I am a physician. When I was practicing medicine, I had no time for blogging. I hated bloggers. But now I'm on my gap year, and this is my gap year blog. It has helped me to find my voice. Let me explain. A gap year is a 15-month interval after high school or college.
Proposed in Britain, designed to allow for maturation and experimentation before heading off to taking a new step. I redefined it as gap year after 60, and I prescribed it for myself. But this prescription is not a sabbatical. This prescription is an indulgence. It's not available to everyone, but if you rent your house, turn in a life insurance policy, steal from your children's inheritance, maybe you can do it. But how do you know you need a gap year? You need a gap year when the hot water tap in your summer camp explodes, burns your hair, scalds your skin. You see your life flash before your eyes. This was me in 2012, and I want to thank you, frackers, for showing me the light and helping me to slow down. Or alternatively, you may owe yourself a gap year when you're disillusioned with modern medicine, your small community hospital merges with a big system, your children are grown, educated, and employed, your office lease expires, your mortgage is paid, and the dog dies. Then you need some gap year goals. So, these are my goals. A nonsensical bucket list. These are the things I could not find the time to do, to justify doing when I was practicing. But now I'm on a gap year, and I can do them, and I'm enjoying them. I enjoyed Stonington, a long summer. No commutes back to Washington, D.C. I enjoyed a long winter in Stonington. And I enjoyed a spring. The murmuring trees. I enjoy the storms, the calm before the storms, the gossip, the gossiping. But mostly I enjoyed the time to read and reflect. I enjoyed visiting my father. His decline is accelerating, and I got to spend weeks instead of days with him. But frankly, he just wants to wake up dead. But his decline has inspired me to work on end-of-life issues. I was able to reflect on my career in healthcare and read and reflect. Did you know that 1 million Americans go bankrupt annually because of healthcare bills? Think about it. Yeah. I experimented with alternative lifestyle. I took up hunting with a buddy. No deer this year, but I got a turkey last week. This has given me a chance to view the world through a different lens. To walk in somebody else's books. And maybe a deer for next year. My college summers I spent working in a factory creating shrapnel for Vietnam, it turns out. One summer I worked on a farm in France. It was glorious. Last fall, Debbie and I went to Paris and we rechanneled my inner Frenchman. Our classes in language at the Alliance Française were a mind-opening lesson in immigration and aspirations. Within my class, my section, there was an Armenian priest, a Vietnamese nun, a Philippine diplomat, a Peruvian chef, and a German waitress, all looking for better lives. We went on to Africa to recapture other memories. We trekked in Bwindi, Uganda, trekking after wild mountain gorillas. It's the last bastion for these glorious beasts. This alpha male was nonplussed by our presence. Then we volunteered in Baduda, Uganda, at a vocational school rebuilt by 2 Stonington summer people. Here they train locals in carpentry, masonry, tailoring, childcare. It taught us the power of doing good. Then we went to Madagascar, a dream destination from my childhood, my college years, and it was a tropical something, but now it is deforested. and an ecological disaster. This is a baby lemur whose future is in jeopardy. But this sunset over Stonington is not the end of my gap year. It's the beginning of a new chapter in my healthcare career. Formerly a caregiver, I would like to become a reformer. I'd like to become an advocate. I'd like to become an educator. So if you have ideas, let me know. I've got low testosterone. There, I said it. Well, Big Pharma wants me to have dozens of other diseases, and they have a pricey pill for each one. Overdiagnosed is the most important book that you have not yet read. My blog has allowed me to expand my thinking and sometimes compete with the New York Times. We spend twice as much many healthcare dollars per person as any other developed country, and we get worse results. But how do we decommercialize medicine if the profit makers control the process? This is not Route 15 in Stonington. This road in Uganda is the road I traveled from big city gastroenterologist to healthcare reformer. It took a long time to get there, too. So, now I've become a public speaker. I have reorganized my relationship with France. I have enjoyed my father's decline, or shared my father's decline. I'm choosing a career in healthcare reform. Is the world a better place for my gap year? It's not over yet, but don't hold your breath.